With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. First play, first throw coming for Vic. And he can't escape, and down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Now a second down throw for Vic. Got a man, it's London. And he gets up near the 25 to about the 24 before going out of bounds. Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. Here's Michael Vick. Throws right back to London, complete again. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. On 4th down, here's Pat McAfee to kick it away. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. So here's the home side to take over on offense. Now they'll throw it with Stroud here, 1st and 10. He gets it complete to Jackson. Loose inside the 30. Inside the 10. And did he get in? No. Down at the 1-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 79 yards. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Henry. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Only a yard that time. 2nd and goal. They'll give Henry another shot. And this time he is in. Derrick Henry. It's a 1-yard touchdown run. And his guys have taken a first-quarter lead. And now a 2-point conversion attempt forthcoming. Stroud's going to try to throw for the conversion. And that is going to be caught. And it moves the lead to 8-0. So they're able to throw it in for the 2-point conversion. Sometimes that can be a risky play, but they got it.
Yeah, you always have to be careful here because if you do get it intercepted, it's returned by the defense. That's 2 points for them, but he identified an open target and put it right on him.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. Vic operating on 1st down. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Throwing, Vic. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Vic now. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety.
I'm not sure they mentioned it as a goal during the week or even talked about it in pregame, but the way they're playing right now, they want this game out of reach by halftime. Not only does the safety just demoralize the opposing offense, now your guys can run out there and try to add another 6 to their lead.
Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. They're looking sharp, out early to a 10-zip lead and looking for more as they've got it 1st and 10. That's complete. It's Travis Kelce. Still going. He may go. Travis Kelce. And touchdown. Travis Kelce, 77 yards. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Charles, that was a heck of a play.
It truly was because when he made that catch, he had to shake through some people, right? So that play, to me, a highlight film, that should be accompanied by bass music, right? I mean, boom, 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 and he finds his way to the end zone. Terrific play.
And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful, and that bumps their lead up even further. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. Back here with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. We've had the kickoff to begin the first quarter. Now it's time for the second quarter kickoff. As they've got it as we resume action. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. Now here's Vick. Over the middle, caught by London. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. Vick to throw it. Under pressure, and down he goes. Nick Bosa able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Inside handoff, Henry. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long. On 3rd down, Henry. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. So on now is the punter, Pat McAfee, to kick this one away. On the return, Jackson. He had his sights on the end zone, no doubt, but is brought down after a huge return there. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Stroud to the air on 1st and 10. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. Give him 18 on the play. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Stroud off the play fake. And it's caught. Touchdown. Vincent Jackson. A 16-yard touchdown. As his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Here we go now as they will again try for 2. They'll try and throw for it. And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more. So they go with a pass there on the 2-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their 2-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have 2-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
Nick Bosa in there to get him yet again. That is his 3rd sack tonight. They can't figure him out. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Henry up the middle. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. That's it. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. Now they'll go play action here with Stroud. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown! A big play there. 72 yards. And this offense continues to pour it on. They'll look to throw. And he's got it. They add on more. A little salt in the wound. 2-point conversion makes this lead even bigger.
Personally, I'd rather see him kick the extra point there than to go for 2, but it almost feels like there's a story within the story here. I mean, this isn't college. You know, size of victory, that matters in those games. Here, all you have to do is win by 1 point. That's all that you need. Instead, they go for it, get 2. You got some pretty ticked off folks on the other sideline now.
On 1st and 10, here's Vick. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoored them, and that time worked well for a solid gain.
And they'll get him down here at the 23. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks. To throw, Vick. Can't get away, and he's taken down. The Fridge, William Perry, his 2nd sack of the night.
Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number is just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety.
Well, 2 snaps ago, I don't think anyone thought a safety was on the table, yet it happened. They caught him on back-to-back plays breaking through the line. No amount of evading was going to save him from a sack on either play. And on the last one, he ran too deep into the end zone to set up the safety.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going. I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
A 1st down carry for Henry. Now inside the 25. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Derrick Henry with his 2nd touchdown of the night as his guys continue to pour it on. Stroud. And unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here.
I know we could sit up here and dance around it a little bit, but going for 2 in this situation, somebody doesn't like someone else. There's no doubt in my mind.
Well, what they couldn't see is you lean back in your chair and you went, yeah, it's not a good decision. They didn't get it, though.
Yeah, I don't think you can just say, well, my kicker's hurt in this spot. No, okay.
A 1st down throw coming for Vick. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety.
At this point, I think it's a surprise when he isn't close to being sacked on a passing down. The amount of times he's hit the deck today, I think a lot of us are reading safety before they even took the snap. Simply a merciless pass rush every step of the game, and that rush earns a crowning achievement there.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And it's a matter, really, of the rich getting richer. They built a big lead already. Now tack 2 more on following the safety. And they've got the football back as well. Now here's Stroud. And his throw is incomplete.
I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 22 yards there, a first down.
This is just more of the same. This defense has had no answer on a lot of these throws. They've let these receivers run wild, and here's another completion for good yardage.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Give him 30 yards there. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. And he's got it. Touchdown. Vincent Jackson. His second touchdown of the night. And this offense is running away with this one. Now the offense will stay out there. They're going to line up and try for 2.
Stroud looking to throw.
And this is going to be caught. Well, not sure about the need to go for 2, but they get it and extend this lead out even further.
I think this is just going to be a function of the times we live in now. Very similar to the bat flip in baseball. Everyone's got to start to get comfortable with this. But to me, this is just rubbing it in. You got a big lead. Go ahead and take the extra point. One thing to keep in mind, though, karma's still out there, and sometimes has a way of catching up with you.
And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
First down, Vic. And he's going to lose yardage here, as they will switch ends as time is run out on this third quarter. Back now here on EA Sports. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Vic back around his own goal line. And that is incomplete here.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Now a handoff to Henry. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Here's Pat McAfee now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick. With it is Jackson. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
When coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Buffalo offense back out ready to go. Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games, and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses have put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result.
And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety. Here's Jackson to return. And now off to the races down the right side. And they are going to finish this one off strong. It's a return touchdown to add on to their lead in the final stages. So how about the game he's having? He had the punt return earlier for a touchdown. Now the kick return to balance things out.
And oftentimes, guys who are on punt return and kickoff return, many of them are the same guys. And they're devoted to a return guy who can break big plays. And when that happens and they know it's there, they're going to block that much harder and be that much more skillful, as well as utilizing his talents. And this is what you get. Punt return, kick return, a huge game.
Looking up into the lights, and he muffs it. And he'll go down at the 2-yard line. What a disaster there. Out of his end zone, here's Vic. Under pressure, and down he goes in the end zone, and that's a safety. Now, this defense has been smothering all game long. Why not give them 2 more points here in the closing minutes?
Well, they've certainly earned it. They've gotten the better of this offensive line for 4 quarters, and this sack here will just be a little icing on the cake. For a quick second there, I thought we were about to have a repeat performance of a kickoff return for a touchdown. This guy's on fire today.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. That one looks like he'll throw here. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. 39 yards there, a big one.
And this has been the story all night long. They just came out firing and have not backed off, even with the big 4th quarter lead. Here's another completion for big yardage.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. He has really settled in throwing the football, and that touchdown here in the 4th quarter gives him a pretty comfortable cushion.
He may be a rookie, but he's playing like 4th quarter, and the QBing is easy. How about this guy? Youngster, not worried about anything, just cutting it loose and having fun.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pat McAfee to kick. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And not a good return here at all, as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
And this is going to be caught. No, they say it's incomplete. Well, Charles, sometimes we talk about the lengths officials sometimes go to protect star quarterbacks, but that one, that was tough to argue against.
Yeah, and I'm sure that everyone's going to say, hey, we're going to administer the penalty the same way for all quarterbacks. But when
Vic in trouble, and down he goes. Nick Bosa, my goodness, make that now 5 sacks for him in this ball game. Really, really turning in an incredible performance. Here's Vic. And this one is incomplete. And there will be a break in the action here. They're going to take a timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Vic readies to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. And now we're going to get a timeout. Somewhat pointlessly called with 3 seconds to go in a game that's already been decided. Stroud sets up the play action. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end. But now this game is over.